Welcome back again to our course Urdu Rasmul Khat OUL 001. Dear learners, in this lesson we will learn about बड़ी ये. इस सबक में हम बड़ी ये के बारे में बात करेंगे, सीखेंगे. Firstly, we have to know about what is बड़ी ये. As I told you in earlier lectures that badi ye is actually one of the alphabets or shapes of ye. Badi ye is actually one of the shapes of ye. It is ye and it is one shape. It is written in the same manner of ye in short forms, but at the end it is written in the form which we call badi ye. This is what makes it different in terms of writing, but it has its main role in pronunciation. It is considered as long vowel and linguistically speaking, it plays an important role in Urdu vowels. Remember, ye follows all the forms of Bay group. It is not used in first or initial form. In this form, it will always be ye or we can say choti ye. Below are the shapes of badi ye. So these are shapes of badi ye and you can observe that they are similar to ye. So what we told you that actually badi ye is one of the shapes of ye. And about ye, we learn that it forms its short shapes and they belong to Bay group, but it forms its two long shapes also, and they have their role in word formation and in pronunciation. So you this badi ye is the shape of ye. You have to make clear this concept. What is badi ye? That is actually the shape of ye. Okay, and we learned about many shapes of alphabets. They have their role in word formation. They do not work differently in pronunciation. But badi ye also plays its role in word formation and in pronunciation. This is what makes it different from other alphabets, and it has been separated or written separately with choti ye as an alphabet. Okay, you have to know this thing. For your ease, it has been separated and written as an separate alphabet because it has its role in word formation and in pronunciation, and it also comes at the end in its full form, like choti ye that comes at the initial or final position uh, in its full form, and likewise badi ye appears at the end or final position in its full form, and in the initial and second position, in the initial or medial positions, it appears in the forms of P group, as ye appears in the forms of B group. Choti ye appears in the forms of ye group. Badi ye, what we call badi ye or yae majhul, it also appears in the forms of ye group in initial or medial positions. So we'll see here, these are the forms and the forms are similar to Bay group, or what we will say they are the actual forms which we used for choti ye. So what is difference between here in the choti ye, in that lecture we know how choti ye appears at the end and how that is pronounced. So we have its form, we have its name and IPA standardization. It is its form. and it has its name Badiye, and there is third column IPA standardization. Now we'll see phonemes of ye with diacritic marks or vowels, and we should know it acts differently. While word formation, it acts differently. We have phonemes of badiye with diacritic marks, and we know that it acts differently in terms of phonemes and in terms of shapes. It has its own shape while written at the end. And about phonemes, it is commonly used in separate form or with zabar in precedence. For example, we have taken this example before, the A in apple, apple. It gives the sound of badi. For example, we'll take the English word apple, and the A in here, it gives the sound of badi, or what we call majhool. Badi is commonly used in separate form or with zabar in precedence. These are two ways. Or will when we will use badi, it will give its own sound. Or mostly it is used with zabar in precedence or zabar before. For example, we have an English word here, that is apple. It gives the sound of badi ye, yae majhul. The A in apple, it gives the sound of badi ye or yae majhul. Apple, a. It is not a. It is not e or o. It is a. That is differently, and the sound in Urdu is called majhul. And for example, we have another word, egg, egg, and you can observe here that it is written in one form but pronounced in another form. It is written by two dot ye form, but it is pronounced with badi ye. That means here in this word it is yae majhul. When it is written, you will see it is written by two dot form, but it is pronounced differently. And we have also wrote this alphabet by that way also. Alif plus badi a plus keep egg. What is first? First, it is written form, and written form is different with pronounced form. Body, what we call body ye, egg, egg. But when we will write it, we'll write it by two dot shape. We have another example. There is neck, neck. It is also written by two dot form, but when it is pronounced with body ye. And it badiye gives sounds like this, or it is considered as some times we considered this as zabar in precedence, which is not its equivalent diacritic mark, which causes change in sound, like de ha. They is also similar to a neck, a neck, dek, dek. And you can also observe that we can insert zabar here in the alphabet before it. For example, here in the word ek, we can insert zabar in alif, and in nek we can insert zabar in noon, and here in de we can insert zabar at dal. De ha. It is written by two dot form, but it is pronounced with badi ye, yae majhul. De ha. Another example is beta, beta. It is written with two dot shape, but is pronounced with badi ye, be, badi ye, ta, te, alif, beta. And this example is neta, neta, written by two dot form and but pronounced with badi, neta. And we have another examples, chai. It gives there is a smoothness in sound. which is different from yae choti ya or yae maru. Chai, ghai, rai, chai, ghai, rai. It is written or pronounced by this form. And we'll see positions of ye in written form. And here we have four columns. First column, and we told you that it also uses all the forms of shapes of ye, be, and but it is pronounced differently, written by the same pattern of short forms, and at the end it turns its own full shape. We'll see that, but in final position it will appear in this form, in its full form. For example of tare, tare, le. You can see here this ye in its full form, and in and is in by both ways, connector and non-connector. Here in tare, it is non-connector with ray, and we know ray falls in the category of non-connector with some alphabets. They do not connect with them. Or lay, lam is connector, so it connected itself with badiye, or we can say badiye connected itself with lam, but it appeared at the end, so it did not change its shape. Jai, here is hamza, you will learn about that, but we have to know about badiye. Ye badiye appeared in the same form. Chai, lie. So you can see here body ye appeared at the end or final position, and it did not change its shape at the end. We have examples in medial or second position. We have one example, beta, beta, maze, may. It gives the sound of body. And in this form, in the short form, we use this also. We have to remember we use this short form for badi ye also, and for choti ye or for ye, what we call. This short form in the word beta, in the word maze, and in middle or second position, tezab, tezab, jab, jab, jail. If we will pronounce it jail and with do chashim, that will be choti ye. But if we will pronounce it jail, that means it is badi ye, written with two dot form, but is pronounced as badi ye. Mela, written by the short form and by two dot form, but is pronounced with body ye. A la, be ra, and here another form, aisa, okay, aisa, aika, by this form. And third form, des. You have to observe two things, this form, this short form, and also the how we pronounce it. Sandesh, darvish, khesh, khesh, khesh. This was about the positions of body. Now we'll know the method to use at the initial, median and final position is in word. लफ्ज़ों के पहले, बीच और आखिर में इसके जोड़ने का तरीका क्या है और कैसे हम इसको इस्तेमाल करते हैं. We'll learn about these words, but we'll separate them here, so you may know that actually in the alphabet here is badi ye, not the choti ye. And when it is badi ye, so you have to pronounce it by this way. But pronounce it by this way. There is no problem at the end, because at the end badi ye, choti ye, they appear by their full form, and we can identify them that this alphabet is badi ye, and how we have to pronounce it, and this is choti ye, how we have to pronounce it. But there is a problem in middle, how we will pronounce it. So what we have to do, what we did, we separated them, so you may identify them and it may be clear for you. While we used badiye and will pronounce this word by with badiye, and while we use it choti ye and we will pronounce this word with choti ye. Okay, we have here separated forms be plus ye, badiye. So it will become bay with body, bay, ta, then two other forms, te plus alif. One, what we have to focus on, ye, bay, ta. And when we connected this word, formed alphabet from these alphabets, so we saw that ye turn into two dot form, and that is similar with bay group or similar with ye, choti ye. So this is what we have to remember. Maze, may, meme plus ye, maze, and ze will with cluster consonant. So here also ye, when we separated them, ye in its full form, but when we connected them, ye in its short form. Mela, another example. Mela, body ye in disconnected form, and two dotted form when we connected them. Layla, la, or li, la, la. Body in disconnected form, and when we connected it, it turned into short form, two dotted short form. A la, badi, be ra, te zab. Badi in disconnected form and in connected form, two dot short form. Jab, jab. Badi in disconnected form and two dot in short form, in connected form. Khairat. Bail, bail. Badi in disconnected form and two dot in short form. And we have here we use it with hamza at the end. Also we have examples of chai, jai, jai. It is similar like ya maruf, but you have to remember it is written with badi ye and it pronounced slightly different. Lie, and without them we have tare, tare, and we have ole with badi ye, ole. We have another example, that is tare. Now we'll use of different shapes in words, how we'll use these shapes in words, and we know that we have some words and we made their practice. पापा चार जोड़ी जूते ला दो, पापा चार जोड़ी जूते ला दो, जूते ते. Okay. Mere, badiye, and you can identify because that has appeared at the end, so it is easy to identify. But in may, after me, that is second ya, it has in its short form it is tough to identify. But when you will make practice of these and you will learn some clues about this word, you can identify this. While we have used badi ye and while we have used choti ye. Mere, ba le, rita le आई, मेरी पीली टोपी दे दो, बड़ी है. आपा बोली चाय पी लो, चाय पी लो. So we have another examples here, only in Urdu, so you may identify them, so you may be able to read them. Abad mela rumal to le. Abad mela rumal to le. एला तू चाय पी ले। बाल्टी ले आओ, माला टूटी मेज ले जाओ, मेरी आपा ताली आई ले आई, बाबा तेरी टोपी दादी ले आई, चाचे चाचे दो चार आम ला दो. I trust this will provide you with the help you require. I thank you.